Dennis Schroder looked more in charge, scoring 25 points with 2 assists. And next, the guy who I believe has been one of the standouts of this preseason, who I believe is ready. 13 of 29, the best shooting night from long range in the preseason. Just absolutely incredible. What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of our Kings related podcast, wherever you may be, and the final preseason game for the Sacramento Kings. Before we get into this recap, if you're watching this on YouTube, please hit that thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, leave a comment down below. We are also available wherever you get your podcasts. Apple, Spotify, you get your audio podcasts. Hit that follow button, rate 5 stars, and leave a nice little review. Be much appreciated. The Sacramento Kings, they travel down to LA to finish off their preseason against the Lakers on this Friday evening. And for the first time in this preseason game, in 4 games, in my opinion, the best game of the preseason schedule, they actually looked like a cohesive unit. It was a gritty, dramatic 117-116 buzzer-beating win. And just some of the standouts, and just before I get into some of the standouts, no Sabonis was out with that hamstring, mild hamstring of the last preseason game. DeRozan had, I believe it was a groin soreness. Russell Westbrook was out because of the reconditioning, but he should be available when the regular season begins on Wednesday. Again, no Keegan Murray, or at least the first 1 games maybe of the season. So this was really the young Kings that we saw in this game. And Keon Ellis, first off, who has really struggled in this preseason, in these games. He did not struggle tonight like he did the first 3 games. And he looked like the player that we're accustomed to seeing in this game tonight against LA. Keon Ellis, 6 of 9 from deep, on his way to 20 points and 2 steals in this game. He also banged up his elbow in the third quarter, but he did return for the dramatic fourth quarter. And also another guy who has struggled in this preseason, Dennis Schroder, and a guy that the Kings invested in. He who has looked lost the first 3 games of the preseason. Dennis Schroder looked more in charge, scoring 25 points with 2 assists. And next, the guy who I believe has been one of the standouts of this preseason, who I believe is ready for the regular season, Nick Clifford. And I'm going to say this right now. Nick Clifford should be playing 15 plus minutes per game right away. And then when the Kings are maybe out of it from the trade deadline, you bump those minutes up to at least 25 minutes a game after the trade deadline, because Nick Clifford, who just in 4 games just keeps getting better. And every time he steps up on that basketball court, and his ability to defend multiple positions has really stood out. And he's also starting to excel on the offensive side of the ball. 13 points, 3 rebounds, 7 assists in this ball game for the rookie in Clifford, and he has been the MVP for the Kings in this preseason. A Kings team who haven't had a great preseason, but Zach LaVine has also stood out. If you want to go co-MVPs, you can give it to Zach. He's one of the other guys who has stood out above any other player in this preseason. He had another quality game, in my opinion, for Sacramento, finishing with 15 points, 6 assists, and 4 rebounds. Zach LaVine was ready for the regular season after the first preseason game. Just absolutely incredible. And with Sabonis out for this game, there needed to be big shoes to fill. There's no word on how long Sabonis will miss with that grade 1 mild hamstring injury. Drew Eubanks, next man up. And I thought he played okay, played well with the starting lineup, where he was in that starting lineup tonight, and he posted a bonus-like game: 10 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists in 20 minutes of action. And a notable shout out: preseason is all about opportunity, and when you get the opportunity, you better stand out. And Kings two-way big man Dylan Caldwell, he really stood out, especially in this game. He played this game with an absolute mean streak, 7 rebounds in 13 minutes of action in this game. And Dylan Caldwell, who will likely need time with the Stockton Kings down in the G League, but he stood out in his minutes, not just tonight, but in the preseason as well. Just phenomenal. And I thought the effort from the get-go in this game for Sacramento was so much better. I thought they had their best first quarter of the preseason, the best first half. This was by far the best game for the Sacramento Kings in this preseason slate of 4 games. They led early in this game, 15-12, and with that, they had 7 assists on 7 made buckets at that point in the game. All 5 starters scored early in this game, and all 5 of those starters had an assist. Just absolutely incredible job by this team tonight. And a Kings team that has not shot great from the 3-point line, and they shot very poorly all preseason game. But tonight, the Kings started this night in LA 6 of 10 from 3 in the first quarter. Like, just absolutely incredible. And then they ended tonight. Just looking here at the box score, if you're looking at the threes, they ended the night 44.8% from 3, 13 of 29. The best shooting night from long range in the preseason. Absolutely incredible. But Nick Clifford is co-MVP of the preseason for the Kings. He should be playing 15 plus minutes a game for the Sacramento Kings. Isaac Jones, who stood out in his 22 minutes, 10 points for Isaac Jones in this game. He also sealed the game with the clutch made free throws in the game. 20 points off the bench. Keon Ellis should be playing 30 minutes a night for the Sacramento Kings in this game. Also, Kings' second round pick, Maxime Reynaud, 15 minutes of action, 9 points, 2 rebounds, 3 of 5 from the free throw line. I thought he gave some really quality minutes in his 15 minutes. Soric off the bench, 25 minutes, 10 points, 6 rebounds. Soric off the bench. Who knows how much he will play when we get it going for reals on Wednesday, but quality night from a lot of the Sacramento young players in this game. Clifford, Jones, Caldwell, Reynaud, quality night And the Kings' first preseason win since October of 2020. They didn't win a preseason game last year. Their first one since 2023. Overall, the Kings shot 54% from the field, 78% from the free throw line. Out rebounded the Lakers 40-33. The rebounding battle. Lakers had 10 steals, Kings 7, 15 points off turnovers. That's one area where the Kings did not take care of the ball tonight. 16 turnovers for the Kings in this game. Lakers, they took care of the ball better. 9 points by the Lakers. But if you look at the Lakers, Luka Doncic, 31 points in 32 minutes. He's ready. And that's a Lakers team that will not have LeBron at least until mid-November. That's still a good Lakers team who should be in one of the top 6 teams in the Western Conference. But a fun and entertaining final preseason game for the Sacramento Kings. They get it going for real on Wednesday night in Phoenix against the Suns. And I'm telling you right now, Clifford should be playing 15 plus minutes per game starting that game 1 of 82 on Wednesday night. If he's not playing 15 plus minutes, there's something wrong with Christie. Also, Keon Ellis should be playing 30 minutes tonight for this Kings basketball team. No question. So fun and entertaining game. And we get it going for reals on Wednesday night against the Suns. No Jalen Green for the Suns, who's out with a hamstring. We don't know the availability of Sabonis, if he will play in that game with a hamstring. So if Sabonis doesn't go, is Eubanks going to be the guy starting at the 5? And who starts at 4 in the place of Keegan Murray? That's going to be something to watch for. Let me know in the comments down below who should get the start at the 4 in replace of Keegan Murray while he is out with the injury. Should it be Nick Clifford gets the start with the starters or somebody else? Or do you go small and start Keon Ellis at the 2? You move Levine to the 3 and then DeRozan to the 4? You do that. Let me know in the comments down below. And I will do it for this preseason recap of the Kings win over the Lakers. Anytime the Kings beat the Lakers, it's a great night. Beat LA, and we get it going for reals Wednesday night for game 1 of 82 for the Sacramento Kings. And thanks for tuning in to this episode of our Kings-related podcast. Hit that thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, leave a comment down below. And also available wherever you get your podcast in audio form. Hit that follow button, rate 5 stars, Apple, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts. And as always, go Kings, and hopefully Wednesday, light the beam.